But when the great calamity comes, on that day, man will remember what he has done, and hell will be manifest to every beholder. On that day, hell will be brought into view, and on that day, man will remember what he has done and what he has not done. But what will be the use of his remembering?
Those who were resurrected and brought on the day of judgment will see hell. Likewise, hell sees everyone who sees it. Those who were resurrected and brought on the day of judgment will see hell. Likewise, hell sees everyone who sees it. According to Imam Ahmad and Tirmidhi, as Abu Saleh narrated from Abu Huraira, the Prophet said, "There is a head rising up from hell on the day of judgment. It will have 2 eyes which can see, 2 ears which can hear, and a tongue which can speak." That head says, "I have been left in charge of 3. Every obstinate oppressor, everyone who called upon a deity besides Allah, and the image makers." Imam Ahmad narrates that Ibn Lahiya narrated that according to what Khalid bin Abu Imran narrated, Aisha radiyallahu anha reported that the Prophet said, "On the day of judgment, a head will rise up from hell, look at them with hatred, get angry, and say, 3 types of people are under my responsibility. Those who worship other than Allah, those who do not believe in the day of judgment, and all tyrants." Then hell throws them into suffering with hatred. Ibn Abbas narrated that the Prophet said, "When the day of judgment comes, a head will rise up from hell. All its eyes draw a bead on the people. It has 2 eyes that see and an open mouth." However, what is the head that rises up from hell, which has 2 eyes, a speaking tongue, and a hearing ear? This is it. A type similar to this type, with a head as long as the sun, with eyes, will grow out of hell. A living head similar to this and other heads that will grow out of hell will look with hatred at the enemies of their Lord with its eyes and will terrorize them. According to what Ibn Abu Dunya narrates through Shabi Abu Huraira said, "Hell will be brought on that day with 70,000 reins, each rein carried by 70,000 angels. That hell will bow to them until it is brought to the right of the throne and stopped. Allah will see the wickedness of that day and say, 'What abomination is this?' The hell answers as follows, 'O Lord, I am afraid that I will be ungrateful to you.' Allah reveals to him, 'I created you for revenge and I have no anger against you.' Then Allah reveals to him, and hell groans so much that there are no tears left in all eyes. They all flow. Then it groans again, and neither an angel nor a prophet remains with consciousness. However, our prophet will say, 'O my Lord, my Ummah, my Ummah, my Ummah.'"
Once it sees them from a distance, they will hear it fuming and growling. Those whose books of deeds are given from the left, Alas for the leftists, they will be in the shade of a black smoke, in the wind of fire and boiling water. That shade is not cool, nor is there any beauty in it.
The Simoon of Hell. Simoon is a very strong, hot and dry wind blowing in the fields. There is a very severe, dry and boiling alike Simoon in hell, far from being cool. The solar corona is one of several layers of the sun's atmosphere, located above the chromosphere layer with a temperature of up to 2 million Kelvin. And it consists of solar gases, including a sparse and hot cover. It is possible to see the solar corona in the form of rays of a shining pearl at the time of a total solar eclipse. The solar halo is constantly filled up with gases from the chromosphere and photosphere. Since its temperature is so high, its gravitational pull is unable to keep the halo's materials close to its surface. Thus, some of these substances are constantly blown into space at high speed from weak spots, namely halo cavities. The gases of the solar corona go into space, resulting in a flood of sparse and hot plasma that has always been emitted from the sun. This flood is called solar wind. The speed of the particle flood in the solar wind is between 400 and 1,200 kilometers per second. The solar wind is an influx of atoms and electrons that are blown out through the power lines of the sun's magnetic field, that is, space between the planets. It consists of nickel, iron, silicon, chromium, sulfur, and other elements. This flood is spread rapidly into space, even reaching the Earth, which was 150 million kilometers away from the Sun, as it takes a few days. Furthermore, some of these floods also reach our planet in 16 hours at a speed equivalent to 9 million kilometers per hour, which create a magnificent scenery by enlightening the sky at the poles of the Earth. Due to the solar wind, ionized particles with an average mass of 1 ton per second are blown into space, and the mass of the Sun decreases by 1 ton each second. Furthermore, huge and swirling clouds of gas can be observed at the Sun. These clouds are called solar hurricanes. These solar hurricanes are far greater than the Earth. And they have a speed with 1,000 times stronger than the speed of storms on the Earth. Solar hurricanes scatter from gas clouds in the Sun's lower atmosphere, and then they catch the speed that is required to go out of the solar system. The solar hurricane that we see here has a speed close to 500,000 kilometers per hour. The simoon that exists in hell is extremely hot, boiling alike and very fast winds found in the sun. This fact is another proof that hell is a sun.
A mere flame of fire and smoke of poison, molten copper, will be sent upon you, and balls of fire will be rained down upon you, and you will not be helped.
The people of hell will be subjected to the torment of fireballs and crimson flaming smoke that will be sent from above. This will happen as described below. While there are explosions in the sun, protuberants, which are red gas masses in the form of embers, fall back to the sun's surface after rising from there to its halo. Then they bombard certain parts of the surface like flaming balls. This phenomenon of continuous raining of fire is peculiar to the nature of the sun. By this way, the bombardment of the people of hell will occur as such and its kind. According to the narration of Ali bin Abu Talhan, Ibn Abbas stated that the word shawazun min nar in this verse means flame of hell, and the word nuhas means smoke of hell. According to Hassan bin Mansur, as he reported from Udail bi Iyad Mansur's narrating from Mujahid, he said, "It is an intermittent flame." These flames, which spread by descending to the surface of the sun after the explosion, are intermittent, as we observed. Alas, the people of hell will be bombarded with such fires.